YouTube's happening. It is Saturday, December 20th. We're talking college hoops first. There are 64 games on the slate. Look how many games there are. Bettable games, D1 v D1. There's more than that, but a lot of teams are playing these like Southwest Airlines team right here. Like, who the hell is that? I don't know. But hey, they're playing them. We're focusing on the ones we can bet on. The 64 games. Let's look at yesterday. It was a red day. You're going to have red days. We don't hide from them. Eastern Michigan, Akron did the job. They hit the over. Tulsa did their job. No, I'm not sorry. Tulsa won. They won by one. They did not do their job. Norfolk did their job. Tarleton did their job. LSU won, but not by 23. UC San Diego got bullied by their brother, San Diego. So, yeah, hilarious. What can you do? Yeah. If you want the spreadsheet, if you want typed out list of plays, if you just want to come join the chat, all you got to do is check out Better Bet. You see it pop up here all the time. Easy stuff. Also, if you weren't here yesterday because you were busy, I put out the video for the giveaways. And every Friday this month, including New Year's Eve, I'm doing giveaways. And this giveaway was for $200 per person. Now, here's the update so far. Keep doing the wrong screen. There we go. You can see right here, we did a reroll yesterday because somebody from last week never reached out. They got paid already. Already paid that person out. One of the winners already got paid the $200. Two other people I'm already in touch with. I still got Gator Panther and Beastie Flow. You know who you are. You didn't comment on that video. Comment on this video. I'm pulling all the comments. As long as I can reach out to you, I don't care. Comment so we can connect so I can get you paid. I know you want the money. If not, I'm sure somebody else will gladly take it. You got till Friday. I give you a whole week because maybe you're busy, whatever. So there you go. Enough of that. So we have our games. We'll stop wasting time. First game. Let's go. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the games. And ESPN made a small but a massive change for us on the schedule. You notice this? They start putting a V instead of an @ sign. Oh, that's so nice. Now we can see where all the neutral sites are. That's new. Unless they've been doing it, I've been blind. Look, Ohio Center Con, neutral. Oh, beautiful things. Beautiful things indeed. So, anyways, that's just a small thing. It works for me because I have it pulled up, and then next to it, I have this screen pulled up so I can see my spreadsheets. So, and then next to that, I have the odds so I can see the odds. So, see how that works? Cool. Anywho, moving on. Got a late start after watching Bama's massive comeback and then that wannabe excuse for a fight last night. Man, let me I'm not even get started on that. First game, Michigan State, Oakland. It is Michigan State by 19.5. Michigan State struggling to hit twos. That's a thing. That's a thing. They are not doing well right now in the last 5 games. 47%. They're way better on the season. So you're shooting like that versus a team shooting like that. I mean, that cancels out. That cancels out. That leans. Okay. Yeah, you're focusing more. You're more trying to be more even split between the outside inside. You can hit threes, great, which is good. But Michigan State, talent wise alone, they should win this game by more than that. So, but the pace is slow. Oakland's going to try to go fast. They can score points because they're so fast and they're not bad. To 19.5 feels high, doesn't it? Does this feel a little high? I think we're going to skip that one. Next is going to be Louisville, Montana. Number 11, Louisville. And this one is in Louisville, obviously. You can see we have that versus that versus that. Let's see what else. Montana can score. And one of the members actually, shout out the member. Let me pull up the message real quick I got. He pointed out that one of Louisville's players, I believe, or one of the players in the game is going to be out for an injury. Who the hell was it? Let me see what it is. Saying Mikael Brown's likely sitting this one out. So, hey, shout out for the injury update because I don't check those in college because they're so unreliable and they don't tell us anything. So, good to know. It's a 30-point spread anyway, and I probably wouldn't take that. If anything, I'd probably take the over because defense, the overs, the offense. This is looking like a high-scoring game potentially based on the defenses not being great. So, let's see, 168. They're combining for 169, and they're 149. So, yeah, I'm going to pass. I'm going to pass on it, but there you go. K-State versus South Dakota. K-State defense looks good from 2. 3-point offense, yes, versus that. That's a big advantage for K-State. It looks like they do shoot some threes. They focus on getting their points from 3. Let's put it that way. So, K-State 23.5 in Manhattan, in the Little Apple. South Dakota on the road shoots even worse. You can see their 3 points go. They've been so bad that their road 3-point on the season looks better. Damn. It's not good, but I can't bet teams that are shooting below 50%. I don't care where. Half your games are at home. You're a big school. You're a big boy school. You should be making your twos, and you're not making your twos, so I can't bet on you. And you're 23.5-point favorite. Get out of here. Kentucky and St. John's. This game is in Atlanta, so you can see that. Neutral site indeed. So we got defense. We got that cancels. Hell, these early matchups are all just good. The hell? There's nothing that stands out except that Kentucky can't hit threes. It's the only thing I'm seeing. Kentucky plus 2.5. If you want to take a side, be my guest. I ain't touching this. So far, we are 0 for 5. Liberty and Dayton. Come on, give me some clear cut, obvious. This is the way we need to go. They both can hit twos against a very below average or just average at best 2-point defenses, which is nice. That means scoring potentially. They're slow, they're fast. Typically, the home team controls the pace. This is what I've seen just from my eyeball seeing things. You might see something different, but that's what I've seen. So, mm, Dayton. Whereas Dayton's by 10.5 with a 144 total. They're combining for 157 and giving up 141. So the total's in the range. I don't love that. I could still take that because if Dayton controls the range, we're going to have that. They don't rebound with a damn. That's not good. That versus that. So if they focus on threes, they'll hit some threes. How do you? Yeah, you focus more on a split. You're more a little bit heavier towards the 2-point line, which is good versus that. I could take the over here. I could. You know what? Let's do it. I like the over. Let's go over. There's 144.5. Yeah, I'm down for that. And we shall move on. We got 3 more. Youngstown versus SC Upstate. And we can see the numbers and everything. And Youngstown's been balling out. 3rd in the country when it comes to hitting twos. 66%. Damn. But they're also going against SC Upstate, who's 20th, so that cancels out. Sad. That versus that leans that. There's a big advantage for Youngstown State again. You can tell they focus. They're just good all around. Question is, who'd you play? It's always a question. Who'd you play? Youngstown. We'll see. Is it worth it? Young. 7.5 point favorite at home against 8-6 Upstate. Don't love that already. I don't think this should be 7.5 nothing because the one thing they're great at, they match up nicely unless they're going to hit a whole bunch of threes, which are hitting 38% versus that. That could be a thing. 141. How's our totals looking? That could be a potential thing too. 163 to 135. That's a big ass range. Nah, not feeling. No. Good game. Probably a good game to watch, but no, nothing for me in that one. Indiana versus Chicago State. Chicago State. Oh, Chicago State. Oh, Chicago State. Indiana by 50. 50. How much is it for real? I don't even know. So, Indiana. Oh, if I can spell. Indiana. 36.5. Do we think that's a good number? Because I don't know if I do or not. Because that they should easily this. Yeah. They're the 2nd worst defense in the country versus 19th in offense. They don't get many points in the paint, though. They're more split. They're more focused on threes and twos, anything. So either way, they're still good there. But 36 is a big ass spread. They're winning their games in the last 5 by 11. They're winning by 30 at home, but this is 36.5. That you have to be an extra special type of bad to lose by 40. They are that bad, but they're not. I'm not betting at 36.5. I'm not doing it. No, I can't. Same Bonaventure. We have 64 games. I don't need to be chasing these random ass giant spreads like that. We're looking for value here, not bet every game on the board. Cancels. Leans that way. I guess that leans that way. St. Bonaventure is a 20-point favorite, and they're winning the games at home by 15. They're winning this by 11. They're losing by 4. They're losing by 10 on the road. Based on all that, no. I don't see St. Bonnie's a 20-point favorite here. Like their average here versus that leans Lemoyne. That versus that, sure, but they focus more inside. If this was like 47 versus 103, maybe, but 54%, you guys to do better than that. So, yeah, you're 7-0 at home. You're winning your home games by 15. That's cool. Lemoyne's not a bad team. They're average at best. So that's 8. Copy break. All right, in Group 1, we pulled 1 game out. That was it. The rest of them, I mean, some great games to watch on TV, but just nothing that I want to bet on. So, moving on, which remember, the whole point isn't what I bet on. I just show you the information so you can make your decision, which most of you do. I learned that. Most of you do, some of you fade the hell out of me. Hey, whatever works for you, I'm cool. I don't care either way. So I show you what I bet, and then I show you a bunch of stats. So that way you can figure out, you want to see stats and be like, oh, they're this? Okay, cool. That's what it is. So, but I know some of you take every bet I take too, with caution, I'm sure. So, hey, we move on. Western Michigan and Buffalo is up next. Ooh, oh my God, disgusting. That versus that's a push. That's all day Buffalo, and they focus in threes. So Buffalo on the road 9-2 at Western Michigan. Can I get like a 1.5 Buffalo. I'll take Buffalo because you know they're going to shoot a bunch of threes. When you see they're getting 73 points per game, only 26 came in the paint, but they're shooting that well from three. You know they're taking a lot of threes and they're making them, and they get to face a really bad defense, giving up damn near 40% from three. Yeah, and you see on the road they shoot 37% no matter what. They're going to shoot 37% from three. If that's the case, yeah, Buffalo by 1.5, -1.5. Yep, absolutely. What's that 1.5 line? 110. I am down. Let's go. Moving to St. Francis and Bobby Moe. St. Francis right there. Ooh, St. Francis is not good. Robert Morris is not much better, but hey, at least they are better at some things. Let's see. St. Francis is up. Let's just cite Roberts. It's probably easier that way. 13.5 point favorite on this is on the road. That's on the road. That's a big ass spread on the road. And I'm not betting you for 14 points when you're barely hitting you're orange in the twos and yellow in the green. No. Why? Why would I ever? I know St. Francis is bad, but come on, guys. Come on. That's no. No, 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 no. Appy Valley time. App State versus Georgia State. Now here's a team. Here's a team that knows how to play ball. This team shut your ass down from beyond the arc. Good luck shooting threes. I mean, you could probably just not stand there. Georgia State gonna miss them anyways. But hey, 34 v 63. That's the one. How was Georgia State good at the one thing that App State's good at offensively? Looking at this, you probably think App State by 20, and you would probably be right. Let's see, App. Where's App? 10.5. Oh, now see, 10's a number I might work with because they can't score and they're going up, so they're going to struggle to score no matter what they do. It's going to be hard for Georgia State. One, they're on the road. Two, twos and threes are going to be hard. They don't get points in the paint, so they focus heavily on threes. They play good defense from two, which App State does, but I'll take App State. There's too much green on that board. The fundamentals are second to rebounding, just so many things. Georgia State doesn't pass the ball much. That's just not good. No ball movement, no open shots, no open jumpers, a lot of ISO play. No, we don't want that. I don't think so. So we're going to go App -10.5 at home in Boone. Let's move on from App. We're going to Utah State already this early in the day, huh? Okay. I guess it is 2 o'clock. Utah State is right there versus Colorado State, 2-1. I would say probably the hottest shooting team in the country. Can you find a hotter team? Because I damn sure can't. Wow. Colorado State. 7.5 point dog on the road at Utah State when they're both 9-2 and 9-1. How? What? And I see this versus this, but they get there. That versus that. So over already. That versus that. Man, 147. Is that what we got? We got a 166 and we got a 135. We're at 147. I'm saying Colorado State +7.5. This doesn't feel like it should be unless there's someone with a massive injury. Colorado State, you're shooting that well. Yeah, sign me up. +7.5. I will absolutely take that. Moving from Utah State, we're going to UNC Wilmington versus Howard. Defense. This is an under. Clearly, you can see that. 9 in a row, Wilmington. Okay. 142. That's already kind of low. Let's see what we got. That's 150. Can't do it. 150 to 132. No, this should be lower scoring, but the defense might shut them down. No, I'm good. Thanks. NC Central versus Longwood. Good luck making threes in this game. That ain't gonna happen. You focus on twos. Everything's on twos. This is old school. This is 1960s basketball. This is before the 3-point line. This is all about layups, baby. Layups is all we're gonna do in this one. So they're the same team. There's no difference. So I don't care. Don't even care. Georgia Tech. Georgia. Ooh, Georgia Tech. What are you doing? 3-point line for Lafayette is amazing. Wow, 41%. They can't miss. Versus now they literally could shoot 6 for 10 in the last 5 games and be 41% or whatever it is. But I mean they don't do that. But still, that's pretty damn good. Over 5 games, you're shooting that well. Yeah. Georgia Tech is doing nothing good except passing the ball. I don't want nothing to do with that. I don't care what the line is. I want nothing to do with Georgia Tech at home looking like that. No, I'm good. Vermont is right. Am I blind? I am blind because Vermont is right there. Ha! Man. The answer is more coffee. That's what we need. We need more coffee. It would be good. We need more caffeine coursing through the veins. That's what we need. So 74 v 249. Mm, Vermont. What's your line? That's why I like Vermont. 3.5, huh? Really? 3.5 versus Iona, who is very below average in everything except for pace. They're very slow. Uh, yeah, they're so slow. Like Vermont ain't trying to run, and ain't nobody chasing them. They ain't trying to run nowhere. So they're going 74. They're going to be very slow, methodical, and they're going to get their shots up, the right ones. So versus that, yeah, I'll take Vermont 3.5 at home. Vermont. Vermont's minus 3.5. Coffee break. Okay, in that group, we actually pulled 4 games out, surprisingly. Yeah, trying not to take many road teams today because I'm trying to see something. But I mean, if it looks good, we take it no matter what. We follow the numbers blindly, is what we do. So, moving on, we got our what, third group of 8. We're going to start off with Mercy of the Hearst. So Mercy Hearst. That game just made me nauseous all of a sudden. Moving on. Oh, Virginia Tech's up next. Yes, give me a better team. Virginia Tech. They're a much better team, right? Yeah, look at the yellow and the green. Yeah, so much better. Elon's the same though. They're literally copying each other. Only thing is they can hit threes. They don't focus that much on threes, but they can hit threes. And Virginia Tech's gonna be a favorite big ass spread because a name brand by alone, right? Just the name's gonna be an 18-point spread or something like that. So we'll get Elon. Let's go find it. 14.5. Do we like that? That I mean, both defenses are they're winning by 16, 10, losing, winning. Well, they're actually winning on the road. They're 3-2 on the road. Damn, Elon. Elon ain't scared about the road games. Now, they haven't played the caliber of a big school like Virginia Tech, but still. No, I'm not. No, no, no. Not a chance. Only way I'm taking a road team is that they're clearly numbers wise better in the last few games. That's all I care about. From here, we're going to a Ball State, the state of Ball, which is right there. And see, now, see, I've taken this team every time I've seen them pop up, I think this year. I've taken them 11 times, but I've probably taken them like 5 or 6, and they've covered like every game. But people keep saying they ain't playing nobody. Like, yeah, for the argument for their ranking sake, yeah, but they're playing great. That's the main thing we focus on. I don't give a damn who they played, really, because they're still playing the same level of teams. That's okay. They're not playing North Carolina. They're playing Ball State. Yes, they're on the road. I get it. They're 5-0 on the road. They're going into these places and handling business, and they're still shooting pretty damn well on the road too, which is hilarious. So, and now that I hyped them up, they're going to lose somehow. So, but I was taking Miami of Ohio 8.5 on the road at Ball State, who can't make shots. Their offense is just not a thing. So, yeah, I'm gonna take my high. I'm gonna continue to take them until they lose. This is one of those ones I shall take it all the time. MOH minus 8.5. I shall take it. Give once they lose, I'll work it out something different. But for now, they keep winning. And everybody can keep talking shit about their schedule all you want, but they keep winning and they keep hitting shots. I don't care if you're in practice. Hitting 63% is pretty damn good. I'm sorry. That's good. That's good stuff. Some teams will love to hit that. Yeah. So they're holding teams to good defense. The only thing that they're kind of iffy on is 3-point defense. And Ball State, they ain't seen a 3. What's a 3? They don't know what that is. Moving on. Oh, man. UMass versus Kent State. Kent State still 99.8 points per game. That's average in the last 5 games. Who was number 1? Who was averaging 100 points a game? That is who? That might be a question. um, Oh, broke it. Damn. Oh, we got this. I'm not, I'm, I'm not going to be that asshole and be like, who's going to be the highest scoring team today? You have 1 out of 3 of what, 128 chances. You'll figure it out. They can hit threes. Kent State 1.5 point favorite. UMass defense is atrocious here. This is Kent State. I know UMass is 8-3. That's cool and all, but if you can't stop threes, that's what Kent State likes to do. They're 20th in points in the paint, and they're very fast. This could be an over. This could be a Kent State play. It could be both. It's 166. We'll see what we're in. Yeah, this versus this. They're both going to go fast. This feels like one of those ones that is going to be fast. I lean Kent State, but I also lean the over. So I'm going to take the over of 166.5. 166.5. This should be a very fast-paced game. Not too much defense, I don't think. So, yeah. But I also like Kent State on the road. So, let me go ahead and move the schedule up so I can see we got 2 neutrals coming up. We got North Carolina, Ohio State, and Northwestern Butler coming up on the neutral side. Harvard and the holiest of crosses is up next. Harvard is not playing great. They're 5-6. Holy Cross 5-7, not playing great. Nothing looks good here. We move on. Troy versus Marshall. Troy, there's our defense, that versus that. Nothing else stands out. Everything's red and orange. I don't like that. We move on. We got Old Dominion and Coastal Kakalaki right there. And we got Sea Chickens versus some Lions. Again, the only thing is, how is Coastal Carolina the 20th best defense? If we ain't making shots, you ain't making shots. Simple as that. That's all it is. Because they can't hit 40% from two, which means you can't hit layups. Bruh, you are you are a mid-major. You're not even one of the little schools. Like you're like mid-major type. Like you should be. This is pathetic. This is Coppin area. This is Chicago State area, not Coastal Carolina area. Bruh, I can't because then you're just equally as bad. You both. Shame on you both. Lastly is going to be the neutral site of North Carolina and Ohio. Sorry, the Ohio State. And you can see that versus that. This game is in the ATL. You can see that. Oh, we got that versus that. Both can't really hit threes. You're very slow, but you're fairly fast. What's our line in this game? Kind of curious. Ohio. I have no clue who's favored. UNC 4.5 is what we have here. 12 versus not ranked, 10 and 1, 8 and 2. UNC by 4.5. That might be a C. That's a push. That's all day. This leans Ohio State right here, 2 versus defense. Both can't hit threes. We're not worried about that. Both of us tied at block steals. Turnovers are both good. They're the same team. They're essentially the same team. So it's 4.5 though, but it's neutral though. It's closer to Carolina. I assume more Carolina fans are going to travel than Ohio State fans, so it's probably going to be a 60-40 split. I would assume Carolina. Could be wrong, but uh, I'm not going to. Yeah, pass. Copy. All right, that block, we pulled 2 out of our ass and added to the group. So now we have a grand total of 7 plays. Nice. We get rid of block 3. We move to block 4, which is going to be another 8. And we have 5 blocks left, which means we have what? 8 times 5, whatever that math is. You're trying to do math right now? You lost your mind. So we're starting with North Carolina. Nope. We go from 1 UNC to Northern Colorado, which is going to be the other UNC. We got Unk versus Denver. Both teams they can score. Their twos are good. They hit threes. Number 1 offense, 31. They're both fairly fast. Over for sure, right? We're at 161. Can we hit this over, please? 183, 157. We're sitting at 161. I'm going to take this over. This feels like one where both teams are going to contribute. It's going to be higher scoring. Defense lacking. So this is going to be over 161.5. I am down. Let's move from Unk. We're heading over to Northern Illinois. So both teams definitely can't hit threes. They're terrible. 40v357. That's Central Michigan all day. They do focus inside. Central Michigan's a play if we can find a good line. And their dogs, even better. Central Michigan on the road. So we're going to CMU plus 2.5. Oh, a little choked up on that one. So we go from Northern Illinois, we go to Monroe now. Monroe versus Louisiana. Louisiana is actually playing defense. Normally, when we look at the Raging Cajuns, their whole thing is red. Now, offense is, let's not be too mean. They suck. That's the nicest I can be about it because 365 in points in the paint, 358 in twos, points, slowness. They average 52 points a game. 52 in college. That is crazy low nowadays. 10 years ago, that was normal. But nowadays, nah, you're the lowest scoring team. And you're facing a defense who isn't that great. This game is, now I get it. This is a rivalry. This is Monroe versus, this is a rivalry game. I don't want nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. Nope. Texas State is up next versus South Alabama. Texas State does not look good in anything offensively. South Alabama looks a little bit better overall. They're 9-3. They're on the road. Do we dare take them as a dog? That versus that's not that enticing. That versus that. They shoot better at home. They are actually shooting better overall in the season on the road, but lately not so much. So something's afoot with South Alabama. Yeah, they're 9-3, but yeah, I'm not feeling it. Just not feeling that. Let's go to Mississippi State and Memphis. That's a fun little matchup. Let me come on down here. Mississippi State. Oh, not that one. We're done with that garbage. Mississippi State and Memphis. Memphis is 4-6 now. Are they getting ready to fire Penny? Are we getting to that point where the discussion has to be had? Is Penny about to get cut? It's got to be, right? Because you can't, I don't care, they played a tough schedule. You're supposed to win the games on a tough schedule. You got to win at least something. You got to win something. You can't be 4. This is Memphis. Memphis is one of those teams that should be ranked every year in basketball, not whatever this is this year. Don't care. That is just terrible recruiting or terrible coaching. Could be that. So don't care. Don't care. 359 offense. Mississippi State. No, Mississippi State's not a basketball school. They don't pretend to be either. So this is absolute garbage. I don't want nothing to do with it. I just want to rant about Memphis for a minute. I thought Penny would be so much. I thought he'd be so much better. I thought Memphis be top 10 competing for titles right now. Boy, I was wrong. So I guess Memphis saying they need to get some of that. What they got? FedEx? Is that who this? That FedEx money? They need. That's what they need. Buy some people. Get them to come to Memphis. Let's go to ETSU. Where's your right, versus Jacksonville State. Jack State does not play offense, but they play some damn good defense. But that doesn't help you much. So that don't help at all because that versus that, I don't trust ETSU. If it's a short ETSU line, maybe because no, because then they actually no, we're not talking about no, we're not playing this game. You lost your mind. Wyoming's gonna be a high scoring game because they're fast and they're good at shooting, and their defense is average. They are not good on offense. They're better on defense, so it cancels out. Again, nothing. There's nothing clear cut standout that says take a side. Man, this group is rough. Butler Northwestern. This is a neutral site, and this game is in Indy. So we have 19 v 130. We have that cancels out. So the main thing we have here is Northwestern can shoot well from 2, 54 in the paint versus that. Let's look at Northwestern. There they are. Northwestern 1.5-point dogs against Butler in Indy, and they're shooting 62% overall in the last 5 games versus a team that's 48%. That's good. And then, yeah, I'm taking Northwestern. I'm getting plus points in these games. I'm okay with that. In Western plus 1.5. I'm down. Thank you very much. Time for more coffee. All right. Of that block, we managed to pull 3 more games out that we like or that I like. So that gives me a total of 10 plays now out of those 5 blocks. We move on to the we got 4 blocks left, starting off with Syracuse and Northeastern, which means we're exactly halfway done so far, which is nice. That's what we want to be. So, what I say? Why'd I click that one? I want Syracuse, who was not good. Yeah, Syracuse or Northeastern Syracuse. I mean, Syracuse 7-4. I mean, come on. No, I don't want to know. Sorry, no. Ohio, Bowling Green. Damn, that's a lot of green. That's a lot of green, Bowling Green. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Um, damn. Let's go. Let's go bowling. Bowling. Plus 1.5, huh? Let's see if it makes sense. 30 v 128. That versus that. Both lean Bowling Green. That leans defense. That leans defense. Everything. This is a good matchup. 5 and 6. They're playing great for 5 and 6. They're playing amazing. They're playing better than 8 and 3 should be. I'm taking Bowling Green. I get plus points. Hey, you keep giving me all these plus point plays. I'll keep taking them. Bowling Green plus 1.5. I'm down. We're going to trust a team that stays hot, stays hot. Simple as that. So we move from there. We're going to Tennessee Tech, which I got to scroll now. Tennessee Tech versus UT Martin cancels out. That's a push almost. That's canceling. There's nothing for us in this one. We go to Southern Miss versus Arkansas State. Double defense cancels out. Again, nothing in this one. We go from Southern Miss and we go to Tennessee State versus Southeast Missouri. Offense, maybe Southeast Missouri. Where's our next neutrals so I can kind of keep my mind on it? Santa Clara and Loyola. Good to know. So Tennessee State's the worst 3-point team in the country. Did you know that? Now you do. Yeah. Ooh, that's not good. I mean, and they focus on the paint, which they shut that down. I would lean Southeast Missouri, but we don't have to take that. We're not going to. UCF versus Florida Gulf Coast Dunk City. UCF's been playing great. They're 9-1, won 8 in a row. The only thing they're bad at is threes, but they're great inside, which is great, which isn't good for FGCU. So this is UCF all day. UCF is going to be a 16.5-point favorite. I think I might still take that because their defense is, their offense is, yeah, it's in Orlando too. Yeah. So we're going to go UCF minus 16.5 to cover the spread because they're doing everything great. Fundamentals are rebounding. They don't turn the ball over. All that adds up to 16 points easily, I think, in my mind. So Santa Clara versus Loyola is a neutral site, like I pointed out. And this game is in Santa Cruz. So where in Santa Cruz is this? Let me see. Let me zoom this out a little bit. Is in the Kaiser Permanente Arena. Okay. In Random Insurance Name Arena. Okay, cool. Both teams can hit twos, and you can't stop threes. Other than that, this is probably Yeah, 3-9 versus 9-3, and the 9-3 team is not good except for shooting two. Same for Loyola. This game is cheeks, probably, but you know what? Santa Clara is a 16.5 point favorite, and I'm damn tempted to take Loyola. I'm damn tempted, but I'm not going to. I'm not silly. I'm not silly. I lean Loyola because of the numbers. I lean that, but I'm not that silly. So, but I will take a coffee break. All right. So we pull two plays out of that one. So that puts me up to what, 12 now? Not bad. We're not going crazy. We're still having a little, we're still doing good. 60 something games, 12 games, not bad. We have three blocks left. We're moving on to Washington State Mercer. So we come on down here again. Washington State versus Mercer. Mercer's playing better overall. Appears that way on all the fundamental stuff. They can't hit threes, both hit twos. This is all the offense is about the same, so we don't want nothing to do with that. FIU and Long Island Iced Tea right there. Yeah, yeah, don't, yeah, all that's the same. That kind of cancels out. Again, nothing I want to do. You can do it if you want to, not me. Georgia Southern Ogasso versus James Madison. James Madison might be a little distracted. They got a little something going on today that's not involving basketball. So they're not that good at basketball anyway. So the fans aren't going to be too focused, I would say, probably. And they're on the road too. So yeah, yeah, no. Well, no, I'm hold up now. I almost went, I see that versus that, and I see this, and I see that. I'm like, maybe some Gasso. 3.5, that's it. Oh yeah, just give me some Gasso 3.5. Yeah, minus 3.5. Yeah, I'm sure one or two players might care a little bit about the game going on today, not the game they're in today, because they're not that good. They're 7-5, yeah, 1-5 on the road. They're in Statesboro, Georgia. They much rather be at home, I'm sure. So yeah, give me Gasso to cover the 3.5 at home. Easy, easy work. Arkansas is right there versus Houston. Oh, is this neutral? It is neutral. How many neutral we got today? We got this. We got the Purdue Auburn's neutral. We got Texas Tech Duke is neutral. Colorado Stanford's neutral. Arizona San Diego State's neutral. Hey, so many damn neutral sites. Whatever. Either way, we can move to this. Arkansas, Houston, hell of a matchup. Let's go first. That versus that leans Houston. That leans Houston. This is all leaning Houston so far. Houston focuses heavily not on the paint, which is good because they don't shoot that well. They focus on the threes more. But that Arkansas shuts that down though. What's the spread? 4.5 point for Houston in Newark, New Jersey. Both teams have to travel from the middle of the country to New Jersey. Sorry, hate that for you. Um, I don't know who's going to win this game because they don't focus too much inside. Houston's defense is historically known to be amazing, but I mean they're average. They're good. I mean numbers wise, they're good, but ugh, ugh, I don't want this. I have no clue who's going to win this game. No clue. Not a damn clue. Let's go to Virginia. Move on. See, now here we go. This is a blowout city right here. This is 20-point spread all day. I will take gladly 14.5. I ain't even got to break this one down. You see nothing but green and versus nothing but red. Maryland's not good at basketball. Did you know that? Yeah. Give me Virginia. It's 14.5. I'd buy that bad boy to 20. Wouldn't I even care? Virginia at home should absolutely roll this Maryland team. No doubt about it. So, yeah, Virginia all damn day. 23-9-1. This is gonna be one of those ones they win by 30, and people are like, "Oh, look how good they were." Like, we saw it coming. Yeah, thanks. Wait, that was wrong spot. That should have went there. Yep. Next is Richmond, old Spiders versus the Citadel. That 9-2, 3-9 looks like a close matchup overall, but then it's probably gonna be it's a 20-point spread. I don't I can't back Citadel because they're not playing good. If they were like green somewhere, maybe, but no. I can't trust Richmond because they're just not that good. Uh, so the only thing they're good at is threes. Yeah, they focus on threes, but you know what happens when you live by the three? You end up dying by the three too. So we got Iowa and Bucknell. Ooh, what a matchup. Iowa by a lot. Iowa by 25.5. Iowa scores 69 points. Nice. How um how many that seems like a lot for Iowa. I mean, defensively, yeah. Yeah, they should be good. This is one of those ones Iowa needs to be up 12 to 13 points in each half. Ideally, I want them up at like 17 points in the first half. That way we have a little bit of slack off in the second half. They'd be all right. But um this feels high, but then again, they're so slow. This is such a slow game. I can't. Yeah, they're only winning by 10. So I'm sorry. I can't do that. Purdue and Auburn. This is neutral. In the last game for a break. We go Purdue. And what do we have? We can see the numbers. This is neutral in Indy. All right. More tournament stuff. That versus that. Let's see. Auburn's not, their defense is terrible recently. They're 8-3. That defense is not good. It's not because they're fast either. They're just not good. They're giving up too many shots. They're giving up 2 points. They're losing by 5 points in the last 5 games on average. That ain't good for a ranked team. 41 v 306. This is Purdue all damn day. Let's keep it real. This is Purdue all damn day. It's 8.5. I'm taking Purdue. Purdue inside, and then Braden, whatever his name is. Yeah, they're gonna cook Auburn here probably. So, and it's in Indy. That is a home game. So, Purdue minus 8.5. Yeah, we're taking that. Coffee. All right, in that block, we pulled 3 more out. We're actually finding some nice little plays here. I have a lot of plus plays today. Makes me a little nervous because, I don't like taking unders and pluses and no, but hey. And then we got some like common sense ones like, oh yeah, this team all day. Those are the ones that seem to lose randomly. So, I mean, how dare these 18 to 20-year-olds, because how many 22-year-old really playing college basketball? This ain't football. So, how many of these 18 to 19-year-old children out here are going to do their jobs and focus? Hopefully all of them, but we'll see. We have 2 blocks left. We're moving on to UNLV and Fresno. Amazing games today, though, by the way. I haven't bet most of them, but I might, doesn't mean I might not live bet them later. I'm going to have football on as the main source, but then we're going to bounce around a good bit on the other source. So, yeah, UNLV's up next. Oop, come back. Come back to me. There we go. I don't know why I got all this. I need to delete all that stuff. And spreadsheets. We're going to UNLV versus Fresno. Oh my God, you both. Fresno's shooting okay. UNLV is not good. I don't want nothing to do with that. That doesn't look good at all. Ugh. Lamar versus Omaha. Ugh. Nope, nope, nothing there. Sad. Sad times, I know. Um, Utah versus Eastern Washington. Eastern Washington 0-7 on the road. That ain't good. Utah, not that good. I can't trust a team shooting under 50%. Can't do it really. So Tulane versus Portland State. Portland State, they both can't hit threes. They play defense there. They're the same team. They're literally the same team. Again, no thanks. I'm good. Let me move on. To Texas Tech versus Duke. This is neutral. This is in New York City. This must be in Madison, right? Now it's gotta be in the Square Garden, right? Yes, it is. Square Garden. Right. So this is Duke all day. 15 versus. I know Texas Tech's a fun story. They're 8-3. Duke's Duke. Like, and this ain't like your normal Duke. This is like a scary Duke. Duke looks nasty good. They're winning by 15. They're number 3. That just tells you how damn. It's like the top 3 are absolute just straight monsters, and then everyone else, like 4 down. Who the hell's number 4 right now? I don't even know who 4 is. That could tell you something because everyone knows Arizona's 1, Michigan's 2 because it was the debate who should be number 1, and then Duke's just sitting there like, that's cute. uh, now, yeah, I'm taking Duke. It's gonna be a short line for Duke, right? It's gotta be a short line. Let me see. Duke. Oh, what the hell's Duke? Oh, they're in the bottom. Okay, it's 8.5. Yeah, this is the same setup for Purdue Auburn. Same setup. Great scoring versus terrible 2-point defense. You shoot threes, that's great, but you focus more inside, and that's not good going against the number 3 defense from 2. So give me Duke. Give me Duke. Give me Duke. Duke minus 8.5. Yep. Last time I took Duke to spread, they did hit it. So we're going to do it again, though. But thankfully, it's neutral. And Duke, I feel, travels more. Duke basketball fans are going to travel and spend the money to go to Madison Square Garden before Texas Tech fans will. So this should be at least probably 65% Duke fans, I'm guessing. Plus, sprinkled in with whatever the other game is, those fans will be there too. So either way, it should be a fun place. St. Thomas of Minnesota versus UC Riverside. St. Thomas is balling out. Good stuff lately. This is St. Thomas all day. How many people are betting on St. Thomas? I saw a comment when I bet them earlier this week and said, I can't believe I'm betting on St. Thomas. And then it hit. So it's like, yeah, we follow numbers. Sometimes they work. Oh man, St. Thomas. Where were you at? Just type Riverside, probably easier. 13, 13 and a half. Now, that's a big ass line. But then again, they're winning their home games by 18, and they're winning the last 5 by 19. So, St. Thomas by 13 and a half doesn't look too bad, does it? No, it doesn't. St. Thomas, 13 and a half, huh? I am down. I shall ride. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Yep, do that. We have that. We're gonna move on. We got Cal Baptist versus Sacramento State. Well, enjoy that one. Moving on to Colorado and Stanford. Both teams are very average right now. Not too bad. Give you notifications. And you see the offense here, that versus that. Yeah, I don't want nothing to do with that. Colorado 10-1, Stanford 9-2. Good job, guys. Good job. Let's see what else we got. Oh, you know what we got? Coffee. All right. So we pulled two more games out. Oh man, this is nice. Good stuff. A lot of things to bet on today. Love this. So we have one more block, and we start off with Penn State and Rutgers. And there we go. Ew. Oh, I said Penn State. I mean Penn. That Penn, not Penn State. But damn, Rutgers. Rutgers. I want to see Rutgers, Maryland. I want them to play each other. I want to just point. I want to watch that. I want to hate watch that game. That's all I want to do. I want to sit there and just laugh the entire time. Give me some popcorn and just laugh because they are. Oh, they are not. Shooty hoops is not their thing. No, it ain't. Georgetown's up next with Xavier, and man, man, that's a crisp fall afternoon if I ever seen one that looks pretty crisp. That's your best thing. I don't know. Is this neutral? No, this is in Washington. Okay, so Georgetown's at home. Okay, that's cool. Have fun. No. Creighton versus Marquette. Marquette is there. I'm seeing articles they talking about firing this man because he 5-7. I mean, shit, at this point, why are you 5-7? Your program should be going up, not that. And that's exactly where it went. It just all of a sudden NIL came out, starting paying people, and they're like, Marquette's like, so I'm broke. I ain't got no money. Sorry, how can I help you? Can't. Creighton, Creighton, where's Creighton? Creighton's gonna whoop their ass. This is in Omaha too, so, yeah, this is great by 7.5 all damn day. Absolutely. Minus 7.5. But it should be higher, but people are just seeing the name Marquette, and they just think name brand recognition. They're like, "Oh, Marquette, great, that should be a good game, right?" No, it will not be a good game. Marquette about to get ass stomped on the road. Sorry, they are. This might be the most confident play of the day I have so far. This is yeah, yeah. New Mexico is up against San Jose. Everything, New Mexico here, probably 9-2. New Mexico, what's your line? 13.5 is a kind of a high line. You're winning by 20 in the last 5, you're balling out. That versus that, I mean, your offense is good. I mean, San Jose is not bad. There's really average overall, and you're mostly good. I don't think that's worth 13 points. I don't think so. We're moving on. Pepperdine versus Rice. I mean, I do like a little pepper on my rice when I make rice, so yeah, it does make sense. But Rice is the play here. 1.5. Yeah. Ooh, are they the play though? That versus that. That's a push. Defense, yes. That's kind of pushing. That's you see a bunch of red, you think Pepperdine's not the play, but I think it's 1.5 for a reason. I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna put that in the fridge, let it chill. Weber, Grill Capital versus Utah Tech. This is in Ogden, Utah. So 9v326. That's some Utah Tech right there. Yeah, it's Utah Tech all day. Oh, beautiful. Oh, beautiful. Utah Tech. Give me that line. Where that line at? 5.5 point dog, and you're this, and you focus on this. You're top 100 in points in the paint. Beautiful. Oh, Utah Tech. Thank you. So Utah Tech plus 5.5. Thank you very much. Let's see. I'm down for taking road dogs before I take road favorites. I don't know why. This feels better, especially when the numbers are on my side. Yeah, do love that. We got Nevada. We got versus Boise. I still don't trust Boise. I know they're 8-3, but they lost to a D2 team in the first game of the year. I don't care. Now I sound like football talking about Alabama. Well, they lost to Florida State. Like, yeah, eventually. I mean, I have yet to bet on Boise since. I have not bet on them one single time because I didn't even bet them that game either. So, but still, it's Boise by 3.5. Nevada's defense is okay. They can't shoot. They can't shoot at all. Yeah, I'm good. Last game. Not that one. Last game. This one. Arizona, San Diego. This game is in Phoenix in the Mortgage Matchup Center. Still stupid ass names. San Diego State is not bad statistically. That percent, it's Arizona by how much? 14.5. Arizona's 10-0. They're number one. They are going to absolutely stomp this team. I don't care. Arizona, I watched pretty much the whole time they played the Bama game. And Bama looked great for the first like half of it. Arizona just literally in 3 minutes they were up 15 points all of a sudden. Like, how the fuck? How? So it was just like, whoa, impressive. So I'll take Arizona 14.5 just because. So that gives us a grand total of, I don't know. Let me just move this up here. We move these two with this one, and then we grab we have 3 plays in this block. We move them up to there. That gives me a grand play, 20 plays. Oh yeah, 20 plays. Uh, if you're not aware, I take 1% of the bankroll for this sport and put it on every single play. That's how I do it for every sport. Simple as that. Because people, how do you bet so many plays? That's how. Now, some people take these and make small parlays out of them. Do whatever you want to do, but just make sure you agree with the plays. If you're going to take them, yeah, don't just say, I don't agree and take it. Nah, 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 nah. Take what you believe. Simple as that. So we need to do some kind of challenge question. So let me sip some coffee and think of it real quick. Got it. Now I told you. Here, let me pop over here to the challenge questions. Now we're in week 4 now. We got to ramp this bad boy up. If you saw this yesterday questions, you're going to see this now. Week 4. These are $250 per person times 5. So I got to make it easy. Remember, multiple choices out the window. We're done with them. Those are baby questions. We moved on. Now you have to listen to the question and you have to answer it and explain why. That's how we're doing it the next 2 weeks. Probably next week too. So yeah, no explanation. Just because you get the right answer, you don't get a bonus. It don't work that way. You got to explain yourself. So exciting time. So this one, we're going to have fun with this. Of all the ranked teams, let me pop over to the ranked teams so you can see what I'm talking about. Go to the schedule. You see everybody with that, according to ESPN, with a little number next to them of all the ranked teams, every team playing today. All I want to know is who scores the most points. Simple as that. That's all you gotta do. You got a handful of teams. You got some with some great matchups, some playing cupcakes. You know this. So just figure out whichever ranked team you want, anybody at all, and who scores the most points. Is it Purdue? Is it Texas Tech? Is it Duke? Is it somebody playing like Arizona State? Arizona playing San Diego State? It could be. Not every ranked team is playing today, so you do have a little bit of leeway. And some teams are playing great teams, so it's going to be a little harder. So maybe Michigan State drops 100 on Oakland. You never know. So it's all there for you. You got to put the answers in. If you're right with an explanation that makes sense before the game starts. So you can't be putting Michigan State this afternoon because the game's already happened. It doesn't work that way. But you got to pick the right team. If you're right and you explain it, you get 2 entries, not 1. You see, remember, we are doubling that bad boy up because I'm making you work more. I'm giving you more of a reward. So absolutely worth it. So that's it. Let's go back to our schedule. We just saw that. Tomorrow is Sunday. Sunday fun day. We have actually a fairly busy. Good God, what is there more games tomorrow than today? Look, we got one ranked team. Hell, I might do the same question tomorrow. We got Michigan tomorrow, Tennessee. Yeah, we got some ranked teams tomorrow. Bama, okay. Florida, Vandy. Shit. Okay, so yeah, 6 ranked teams tomorrow right there. So that's it. Answer the question. Appreciate you being here. Drop a like, subscribe. Let me know what you're playing in the comments. Agree, disagree, whatever. Go check out Better Bay. You got to get the spreadsheets for every single game. You know that, right? They're there for you. It's only $20 a month to get the spreadsheets for every sport, too. You want the typed out list of plays, or you just want to come join the chat and chat it with me and several other people, it's right there for you. So appreciate being here, and I will see you tomorrow on Sunday for some more college hoops. Peace.